All right. This is my review for Foundation Season 3, Episode 3, I believe. So, what I need to say here is that I am enjoying the series. I am taking my sweet time with it. but I am enjoying it. And now I'm at the point where when this episode finished, I kind of wanted to watch more. It almost made me watch 2 episodes in a row. I might be doing that soon, but I like watching 1 episode at a time. It gives me time to really think on it and, I don't know. I just like to absorb it a little bit more before I go into the next episode. This episode was really good. I like that it showed how Gil Dornick has basically infiltrated the Empire. She's basically, it's always Brother Day. Brother Day. Day is the younger clone of Empire, and he's always in his teenagers years. He's always kind of, or in his 20s. He's always kind of searching for something more, every time it seems like he's the one who's almost a little bit of an outlier. And then no, am I thinking about Brother Day? No, there's Dusk, Day, and Dawn. Dusk, Day, and Dawn. All right, yeah, so Brother Dawn, he's like the grown-up one. He's like in his 30s or his 40s. So he's pretty good. It's just interesting seeing how they're both going through this thing where first of all, if I'm correct, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Brother Day, Dawn, Dusk, Day, Dawn, Dusk. All right, so Brother Dawn, the one who's normally supposed to be like the lead of everything, he's like, he has his queen, and he feels good right now. He's like, you know what, like he basically wants to escape. So I like that little plot there, and how we learn about how the people around Empire, like they have all their families, so like they're not. That's why they always can be trusted. I like little things like that, stuff that I'm learning about the actual world of this series. And it's interesting because there's so many developments in this one episode. Like, first of all, Brother Day, the younger clone, he's known Gil Dornick, and he's been in contact with her for a few years, it seems. And now the mule is finally showing itself, and it's like, okay, he has to figure out what to do. So it's interesting because he has to kind of play a lot of different roles, but also he has to pick a side at some point. At some point, he's gonna have to pick Gil Dornick over his brothers. Well, not he has to pick Gil Dornick, but he's gonna have to. He can't be on both sides. He has to figure something out. But the mule is now on anyone's side, so it's kind of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, basically, with what's going on. So I'm curious how that's gonna happen. But I like that Gil Dornick has kind of like an inside knowledge of everything going on. But ultimately, when I'm thinking about Brother Dawn, like I said, the one who's in his like 30s or 40s, the guy who's like really supposed to be the Empire, he wants to run away, and I understand that, but he's not being very smart. He's ready to go, and he's like, all right, we're gonna leave anyway. So he's telling things to people that he shouldn't normally tell, and all I'm gonna say is he tells the truth about Demoiselle to his lover. Tells her, the actual true notion of what she actually is. And when he did that, I was like, damn, like I already know it's not gonna go how we thought. I'm not saying that he had to run away, but I mean, it's just interesting because the girl is like, yeah, just tell me, I'm gonna be okay. And then she didn't know how big of a revelation what he was gonna tell her was actually gonna be, and how much it would have affected her. So I was just kind of like, dang. I was kind of like, damn. But I like that Demoiselle did not take her out. I like that she had mercy because of her relationship with Empire. So, and that's the only reason she didn't take that girl out. But I don't know. I just feel like Brother Dusk as well, he's at some point he's gonna have to be euthanized, and that's what's gonna happen. But I want him to get away. I don't want to see him going. And it makes sense too. Everything is breaking. They don't need to just have him. I know they're saying their brains and everything don't. The reason they do it at that age is because they don't want him to be senile, But I feel like they're having so much technology. They can't like help him out, but they don't really care. It's like, this is the way it's been. It's Brother Day, Dawn, and Dusk. Once you reach a certain age, you euthanize, then we go back, and it's a circle. So maybe they just want to keep it how everything's been going. But they already know that the gene pool is not as good as it was. They've been doing this for thousands of millennium, or however long they've been doing it. But ultimately, I'm enjoying it, and now I'm getting to the point where I want to watch more. And I will say, if I want to talk about Mr. the Mule, I am starting to like him more. I just wish he's still a little mustache twirly to me, and he's a great actor, but he just has that quality to him that's almost like I'm not scared. Like I want to be scared of him, but he just makes it so easy for me to laugh. Like he's like eating up the scene. He's a great actor, but like I said, if you guys seen any of my older reviews, there's an actor who was supposed to be the original Mule. He was older and he was more distinguished, and I think he would have had more of a silent terror to him than this guy has. So I'll put some photos up so you can see the actor I'm talking about again. But the older gentleman, he would have had more of a silent terror, and I've seen him act before. He's very great. This young actor, he's good, but he's just a little bit too loud for me. But other than that, I'm enjoying the show. I would say I definitely want to. I hope they bring Gil and the Mule together. I hope they don't bring them together like in the last 2 episodes, and then that's leading into the next season. Because I don't know if this is the last season. I haven't looked up if this is the last season or not. But if this is the last season, it's my fault because I took so long to watch it. So I agree. I agree with if it's canceled because, and I'm not saying it's just me. Like my view counts for everything. But I generally feel like when shows come out that you like and you don't wait and it's canceled, you can't complain. So I'm not complaining. I waited too long, but hopefully this isn't the last season because it doesn't seem like everything's gonna tie up in the season. And because I feel that way, I hope that they don't bring Gil and the Mule together just for like the last two episodes. You know what I mean? I kind of want to see them, have more of a fisticuffs. I want to see them have more of a fight. I want to see them maybe talk via how they do the video call. I just want to see them be interacting at least. They don't have to be right in front of each other, but I want to see them interacting a little bit. Have them talk through video call, however you want to do it. At least maybe soon. I just feel like soon I want to see them interact. But other than that, I've been enjoying this series, and I can't wait for the next episode, and I want to see what that's gonna be like. The only question I did have that they didn't really answer in this episode, there's this gentleman who took these 2 rich people to go and try to interact with a mule. This man, when he was walking towards the mule, something happened in his brain where he heard the mule saying something about Gil. So I don't know if this guy is related to Gil or Gil has a son somewhere. I know she had a daughter, but I don't know. But they left that so open-ended in this episode, so I'm sure they're gonna give me the answer in the next episode. But it just seems like something happened to him. He just left, and I was like, damn, they should have gave us a little bit extra information on him. Or who he is and this big scale of everything, or he's just part of the old foundation or new foundation, whatever. But these 2 party goers, they really took it on. These 2 rich people, they took it on upon themselves to see how can we get some dirt on a mule or whatever. So I thought that was interesting because they don't know anything. This guy's going in there trying to be like acting like he's an influencer or whatever, and like he's thinking like he's gonna be like making the mule feel like a little less than or something, or I don't know what he thought he was gonna do. It just seemed like they just wanted to see what this guy's all about. So the fact that they were actually able to get away and they took someone who actually meant something to him as far as his DJ, that was interesting. But I'm curious where it's gonna go from there. And of course we have the what's to call it? We have the forgetting the name. We have brother Day actually getting to talk to the mule, and that was interesting to see him actually try to talk to him. That was like he was almost trying to like prove himself, like, okay, I could talk to the mule, and like the mule tells him straight up, he's like, you live a life of comfortability, and war is not comfortable. And when the mule was talking to them, I'm like, that's where you're gonna lose. You might have all this money, all these different things, but you're facing someone who's like coming from the mud, and someone who has a plan, and someone we don't know the mule's full plan, but this is someone that the Empire is facing who is okay with fighting in the dark for a long period of time in order to win. And the Empire is not ready for this. They're not ready for someone like this. So I'm interested in how everything's gonna fall, how everything's gonna break. And they created this weapon that's basically like the Death Star that they showed us a small tease of in the last episode. And that weapon that looks like the Death Star, I'm thinking, did they create that weapon because they know that he's mind control, and maybe they don't, but they don't even know that. they hear rumors. But the thing is, if they created that weapon to just destroy planets, are they gonna just look at the planet that he's on and just vaporize it, hoping that they destroy the mule? Because that's going to be insane. That's going to cause so much outbursts around the galaxy and through the Imperium. So I'm very curious about what they're going to do with that weapon, and if that's going to have anything to go with the downfall of what Harry Seldon was saying in the darkness that the universe is going to pledge itself into. So I'm still here for the series. So here I am, and I think you're gonna see a lot more of these reviews come out faster because I'm really ready for it. I'm ready to jump to the next episode. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you ever seen The Foundation, or you like The Foundation, or you know some cool sci-fi shows, let me know what you think. But I do really this shows, I love it. I love sci-fi. So stay tuned, know the name, spread love and light, and let's sign off.